Alright guys, so before we get to the video, I'd like to give a quick shout out to my man Caleb out of Oskaloosa, Iowa. He's 6 years old and he's been battling leukemia for a while now, and he's decided to stop chemo treatments. So just hang in there, buddy. Just giving you a quick shout out for our video. Alright, let's get to the video. Alright guys, so today the video was supposed to be like a ride day with my friends because they were supposed to come out, but then something came up and they couldn't come. And a few of you have requested for a how to whip video, and that's what I'm going to do today, is a how to whip tutorial. So I've been trying to whip for the past 2 years now, and I just started to get good at it within the past 2 months. And there's a few big things that you need to do before you even try to whip. You need to be really comfortable on your bike. You don't have to have a super nice bike. Like this is a 2005, and I can still whip it just fine. And then you need to be comfortable on a big enough, you need to have at least like a 40 to 50 foot jump to whip on, because it needs to throw you high enough in the air. You need to have enough air time. And then you need to be really comfortable on the jump. So don't try anything stupid or don't try to whip anything unless you're comfortable on the jump. The other big thing with whipping is commitment. You need to commit to the whip. For years, I was afraid to whip. It was scary for me. I was trying, and I would like push the bike down in the air, turn my bars really hard, and it wasn't really coming out. The only way you can whip is if you lay it over on the takeoff. I'll put a slow motion video of me laying it over on the takeoff. Just for me, I only lay it over about the very end of the takeoff is when I'm laying it over, and then I kind of push it out with like my legs, like I extend my legs and then pull the bars into my chest. When you whip, you want to have a pretty good sized takeoff. Personally, or in my opinion, I feel like it's harder to whip on a smaller takeoff, so this is my preferred jump for whipping just because the takeoff is very big and gradual. I whip my back end out to the right, like so my back end's coming out to the right. If you whip it out to the left, just flip what I'm saying. So since I whip out to the right, I start on the bottom left side of the takeoff, so I'm starting over here on the takeoff, and then I carve up this way, and then if I continued to go straight and not whip, I would actually miss the landing completely, if that makes sense. So if I just continued to go straight and not whip, from where I'm coming from, I would miss landing completely, because that's how the line works. So it kind of forces you to lay it over, and that's what brings your back end out a lot on the whip. So you want to start at the left side if you whip out to the right, and work your way up, and then just lay it over. I'll demonstrate. Practice. It's a lot of practice. Just get used to your bike moving around in the air. If you're in the air, for me, I used to get in the air and I would get like scared, and I would just stay stiff and not do a thing. That's not good. Practice even just going like this in the air, moving your bike around, maybe turning your bars, brake tapping, different things to get comfortable with your bike in the air. And as you get more comfortable doing that, brake tapping, maybe just like turning your bars in the air, then you can start carving up the face of the takeoff. So for me, I start on the bottom left of the takeoff, and I work my way up towards the middle, and by the time I'm there, I'm leaning the bike over like this. And the way you make yourself do that, because it's hard for yourself to do, is physically bring your shoulders down over here to the left, because I whip out to the right. If you whip out to the left, same thing, just bring your shoulders down over to the right. So on the takeoff, you want to be like this kind of, and then your bike will do the rest of the work for you. Just give it gas. As soon as you hit the air, give it a fistful of gas, and your back gonna go whoomp, whip out, and then give it gas to bring it back, and that's what brings the whip back. So all it really is being comfortable on your bike and committing to it. I've been trying to figure out how to whip for a long time, and Trent and George can attest to that. Every track we go to, every time we go ride, all I sit there and do is just hit the same jump trying to whip. And then I figured out all it is commitment. You just have to commit to it. You can't back off at the last second or be a wimp about it. You just got to get on the gas and lay the bike over on the takeoff, and it'll do the rest of the work for you. I'm not a professional whipper or anything, but I can get the back end out pretty far, and I feel like I've progressed a lot from the beginning of the summer, which I'll put a video of me trying to whip from the beginning of the summer. Here. And then now, this is how I'm whipping. Yeah, I don't know, just all it is committing to laying the bike over and not backing out of it. It's just a lot of commitment and wanting to do it.